I'm extremely pleased. You know, when we heard the announcement today, we were jumping from our seats. We were so happy. My Twitter account, you know, went crazy. People were tweeting, men were congratulating women were congratulating us. It was incredible.
So what do you make of the timing? Why now?
I think that the fact that a lot of women were extremely active in the past couple of months, voicing out their opinions. You know, there were a lot of women holding their pens and pencils in front of voting offices to vote for municipal elections. A lot of women on social media were, you know, very active, presenting their opinion. And there's a lot of women and men behind the scenes pushing for these things. And King Abdullah is a reformer. He is for women empowerment. But these voices were definitely heard.
And why were those voices getting louder, do you think? Does it have anything to do with what's been happening elsewhere in the Arab world?
I think they have been loud for a long time. But nevertheless, the fact that social media is very powerful, and this generation got to connect with each other and learn about each other's opinions, only empowered these opinions even more.
What do you think it will mean, though, in practice? I mean, Saudi Arabia is still an absolute monarchy, isn't it?
It means a lot of things. We will no longer be required to depend on men to be our standings and expression of social concerns and our aspirations. And most importantly, we will now have the opportunity to engage in discussions with men on equal footing in governmental forms. Political participation is the strongest form of empowering women. This is a big step for us. It's actually a leap forward, not a step forward.
But will women actually have some power, though?
We already have a lot of power in the economical sector. We already have a lot of power in the social sector, in the educational sector, the healthcare sector. Now, this is a step into the area where we lacked, the political scene. And this is a big, important decision for us.
What do you think is the most important aspect of this announcement? I mean, is it that the fact that women will be able to vote and stand in those municipal elections, or is it the fact that women will be able to sit on the Shura Council that advises the king? Is that perhaps the most significant?
It's significant in every single way. The fact that they're sitting in the advisory council, which makes a lot of important decisions, one of them is driving, is definitely going to represent our voice out there. And when it comes to voting and having the ability to run in municipal elections, this is very important to change mindset of men that we are leaders, we can compete, and we can be decision makers.
You mentioned driving, of course, and that's one of the things that's well known outside Saudi Arabia, that women aren't allowed to drive in the country. That wasn't, though, mentioned in the announcement. Was that disappointing?
No, it wasn't. I mean, for me, having women in politics is more important than driving, because inevitably it will mean that in the future we will have the driving issue settled, and we will have other issues like women in the legal sector, more fields in education. These are all vital issues. All of these issues will be channeled through the political scene.
There will be, though, lots of people in Saudi Arabia who object to these changes, won't there?
I wouldn't say a lot. You'll hear voices here and there, but that happens with every change. And if the majority is for this change, the change must go on.
And do you think the majority are in favour?
Definitely. I mean, you're talking about 50% of the Saudi population under the age of 25. These are all young people who believe that women are equal to them. They represent the majority.